Great treatments for your next music video.
Okay.
Remember, this is your 10th album.
Wow.
Video.
Yay!
We're really excited.
Exciting.
And, you know, keep in mind, we got to get this first video right.
Yes.
First single, I Love You Poppy. It's so warm and fuzzy. We were thinking we shoot it someplace fun, colorful, maybe a water park.
A water park. Okay.
You know,
That could be
I don't
cute.
see you going down the slide talking about I love you, Bobby.
I love you and
down.
drown.
I
if you
don't see
don't
that.
want to get wet, maybe we do it at the carnival.
What? Thank you. Next.
All right. We got more. It's okay.
Yeah.
And you know, let's be real. Some people are going to hear this song and hear I Love You Puppy and think you're singing about dogs, right? We're thinking this treatment. Let's shoot it. What about we shoot it at the zoo? It would be a first. Nobody's ever shot a video at the zoo.
If she was a guy, we wouldn't be having this conversation at all.
No, seriously, because if she was a dude, they would seriously have her up in a mansion with all these half-naked girls, or maybe even in that yacht. You know how they stay doing a yacht scene
Right.
with champagne, drinking,
Right.
like that's so.
See though, like why do men always objectify the women in every single video? Like why can't we, for once, objectify the men?
True.
That.
Yo, the video, it could start with her on the bed with a bunch of naked guys.
For no reason.
In John Berger's article, Ways of Seeing, he explained how men act and women appear. Men look at women while women watch themselves being looked at. So essentially, he says that she turns herself into an object. She has to survey everything she is and everything she does because how she appears to others is of crucial importance for really the success of her life.
I think that it may be getting worse. I think that the songs are getting a little worse and people are taking more risks with like the kind of vulgar language and vulgar content that they're putting in their songs, and I think that's translating into the music videos also. So I think that they are getting more sexual, less clothing, and like I think they're getting a little worse at objectifying women a little more than they were.
So, I don't know. I feel like lately it's been less about the music and more about the money making. It's been more about what sells and what is mass producible and what people want to dance to, what people want to jam to in their cars. So, which is fine, but when you base a whole industry off of those standards, I think it's unfair for a lot of people who are trying to get their music out there, which isn't about stuff like dancing and partying and whatnot.
How do you feel they affect like young kids? Like, do you think that they're too provocative? Do you think that they're getting worse?
I do. I think that just comes with like the whole package though, not necessarily like just in the video, but like the lyrics is what draws in the kids and like the catchiness of the, you know, the melody, and then they want to watch music videos.
I feel like younger girls especially try to be more like dance like those people, like the girls in the videos, or dress like the girls in the videos just because they think that makes them sexy or like desirable.
I think the objectification of women in music videos has gotten worse. I mean, when I was a child, I wanted to be just like Britney and Christina Aguilera. I was heavily influenced by them. I wanted to wear midriff shirts and tight-fitting clothing. But now, women are dancing around naked like in Robin Thicke's music video Blurred Lines, and the men get to be 100% clothed, but the women aren't, and I just worry about what the young girls are thinking of that, and if they want to be just like them, I think that's bad.
Starting at a young age, children begin to view these videos and think that they're the way that people should really act, which is just completely untrue. Young children should be taught that everyone is an individual and you shouldn't have to change your image for anyone. There was a survey that concluded that at age 13, 53% of American girls are unhappy with their bodies. And by the time they reach 17, this number grows to 78%. And I feel like the media is just so everywhere. It's all over our lives. So I think that definitely is a main contributor to that.
How does it make you feel about like the state of our society? Does it make you just want to like go and like hide in a hole?
I mean, I wish it wasn't like that. I wish that it was more, you know, respectful and not as sexualized.
And as a dancer in the world of the arts, there's a lot of risque things that happen that nobody ever talks about. But when it happens in the mainstream media, I think females get a lot more bad attention for it.
When I am assertive, I'm a bitch. When a man is assertive, he's a boss.
Bossed up.
He bossed up.
Bossed up.
No negative connotation behind bossed up, but lots of negative connotation behind being a bitch. Donald Trump can say, you're fired. Let Martha Stewart run our company the same way and be the same way. Oh, evil. But Donald Trump, he gets to hang out with young and have 50 different wives and just be cool.
I feel like these days, you know, women like Lady Gaga and Beyonce, they're kind of rising to the top and kind of changing things. And because of that, I feel like they're a really good influence to younger girls.
See, if I was a guy and I was sitting here with a cigarette in my hand, grabbing my crotch and talking about how I make music because I love fast cars and fucking girls, you'd call me a rock star. But when I do it in my music and in my videos, because I'm a female, because I make pop music, you are judgmental and you say that it is distracting. I'm just a rock star.
I don't really take it personally. It doesn't really offend me. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I just see it around all the time, and it's just kind of in our culture.
Okay. Personally, I don't think it affects me. The way that I act or the way that I see myself.
I think the objectification of women in music videos doesn't just affect me or a group of us. I think it affects everyone. I think it affects every single age, every single minority, majority group, because, you know, it's something that you can't really get away from. And for me personally, it's changed how I feel about beauty. It's changed what I believe even personally about beauty, because if I'm sitting in front of the TV every day watching these videos, I'm gonna have a very twisted perspective about what beauty really is versus what something like my mom has taught me. Or the more they can get away with, the more that the music industry can get away with, the more they're going to push it. So I don't think it's going to get any better unless the mass actually speaks up about it. And
for example, I think with the Robin Thicke video, although they're naked girls and they were obviously being objectified and everybody had a really hard time with that, I think that the fact that there was backlash to the video is showing that there's a change, because while that is no different than any rap music video that I've ever seen in my life, the backlash was much different. It's not being as accepted as it was anymore.
I think that to stop this problem, the media needs to stop portraying men as better than women and begin showing that women have just as much independence in society as men do. And Jennifer Lopez's new video for I Love Ya Papi, she kind of turns the tables so that women are objectifying men, which rarely occurs in music videos. And I think that instead of completely reversing the roles and objectifying men like in J-Lo's video. I think that we should focus on equality. This will help our nation as a whole realize that no one is better than anyone else. I think that strong, powerful female artists such as Lily Allen, Nicki Minaj, and Lady Gaga are perfect examples of women standing up for themselves in the music industry. I think that these female artists are helping to change the negative perception of women through their empowering songs, music videos, and messages. Okay, so I know some of my friends have been like, Anna, oh my god, how does this song have to do with equality? Isn't it super sexist? Like, girls running the world, hello? But I have to say, it's not really. Sexism is defined as the putting down of another gender, and this song doesn't put men down, but rather it lifts women up. I think that this is a great example of female empowerment because at this time of women being weakened in the media, Beyonce encourages us to speak loudly and challenge any gender inequality.
It's hot up in here, DJ, don't be scared to run this back. I'm rapping for the girls who are taking over the world. Let me raise a glass for the college grads. 21 more to let you know what time it is. You can't always know. I work my 9 to 5, gotta cut my check. Forget your balls and grow a pair of tits. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard out here for a bitch. It's hard for a bitch, for a bitch. It's hard.
And you know what I was saying in that is that I refuse to compromise and allow my talents to be monetized to the point that I don't even want to be here anymore. I will stop. I will stop. I will quit. I will retire from the commercial market if I have to do something other than be myself. Because if I can't be myself in this moment, then everything I have said to my fans since the beginning would be a total lie. Because then what? I'll be myself until I have to make money to sustain a luxurious lifestyle? Oh, and then I'll change, right? No. I'll be myself until I fucking close the coffin so that you can all be yourselves.
I think that one of the most, if not the most important factors in eliminating objectification is to perpetuate the message of equality throughout music videos until it becomes the norm. I believe that once this happens, women will stop being viewed as inferior to men and will gain a better image of themselves. But again, this is only going to happen if the media is willing and able to change itself.